Right now, a father looking for answers after a crash takes the life of his oldest son. What a witness told police they saw after the incident. Also, the prosecution looks to link Chandler Halderson to the murder of his parents with physical evidence. The trial resumes after being delayed. Plus, Attorney General Josh Kaul receives thousands of documents related to abuse in the church. What some of those documents include. News 3 Now at 6 starts right now. A father's life turned upside down in a matter of minutes this weekend. His oldest son is dead. His youngest still in the hospital, and that father desperate to figure out why this happened. Brad Hamilton live from the area where a crash claimed that boy's life on the city's west side. Brad.
Jeremiah's father described him as being a sweet and kind young man, kind of person that just loved everybody. And it's safe to say, based off the memorial we're seeing for him tonight, that so many people love Jeremiah right back. Handwritten messages give us just a small idea of how much Jeremiah Broomfield meant to people. But his father can tell you much more.
He told me that it was in a bad car accident, hurry up and get down there. But when I made it there, I didn't know in a million years that it would be that bad. Never knew that it would be that bad. Never knew it.
Benjamin Blunt says that his son was gone in an instant. They were planning a family movie night on Saturday when Blunt's cousin took Jeremiah and his brother to grab some snacks. Minutes later, Blunt's cousin gave him a call.
Hell. It's been hell. Been real hard. Rocky. I don't understand none of it. It's hard for me to swallow it, to knowing that my son is gone.
The crash happened on Madison's far west side on Schrader Road just around 8 p.m. Blunt says that Jeremiah was thrown from the car and never made it to the hospital. Younger brother Benjamin Jr. was seriously injured. Madison police say that he has several broken bones.
A young man, 14 years old, with a sweetheart, kind, very happy person. He's a very happy person. Somebody robbed him for his life at 14.
Witnesses told Madison police they saw someone run from the other car in the crash. MPD arrested that person later, but they have not been charged in this case. Jeremiah was just a freshman at Madison La Follette High School. A district spokesman said in a statement, the loss of Jeremiah is truly heartbreaking, and they are making sure all of their students at La Follette High School get the support they need. Blunt says he's doing the best that he can to focus on supporting his younger son, at a loss for what he cannot do anymore.
I can't go to my son's room and tell him to get up, get ready for school. I can't tell him to come and eat breakfast. I can't tell him nothing. Because for the simple fact, somebody took my son's life.
Madison police say they are still investigating the cause of this crash. Also, Jeremiah's family has set up a GoFundMe. You can check that out on our website, channel3000.com.
Brad Hamilton live tonight. Brad, thank you. Let's check in now with meteorologist Dana Fulton, your certified most accurate forecast. Dana.
The wind's starting to pick up for us out here on the patio after an above average day. High temperatures this afternoon climbing to the mid 30s. We're still at 35 degrees in Madison, but our winds again picking up, so wind chill in the 20s, and these temperatures will certainly fall for us overnight and heading into the back half of the work week. Wind speeds generally in the mid to low teens throughout southern Wisconsin with a dry but cloudy sky. Some light flurries to the north. We could see some of those flurries drift a little further south over the next few hours. Our focus right now, though, on the cold trend for the back half of the work week. We have an alert day in the forecast for Thursday. Temperatures early Thursday morning will be well below zero. Afternoon highs in the single digits above zero, but wind chills will have it feeling like below zero throughout the afternoon, even with a bit of sunshine coming through. That cold trend really anchoring down through much of the rest of the month, but we'll take a closer look at your full 10-day in just a few minutes.
Dana, thank you. The Chandler Halderson trial will soon pivot from the state's case to the defense. In breaking late this afternoon, prosecutors said they may wrap up testimony as early as tomorrow. Much of today's testimony focused on linking Halderson to physical evidence from fingerprints, footprints, and bone fragments. Brady Mallory shows us what experts say they found. Brady?
Now, there were several revealing moments of testimony today. First, one expert testified about finding 230 bone fragments in the fireplace and in the ash trap at the Halderson home. Many of them are confirmed to be human bone, including pieces of skull, fingers, and kneecaps. Later on, crime lab experts say they found Chandler Halderson's fingerprints on a piece of duct tape that was stuck to a tarp that had his father's blood on it. Laura Madison, a print examiner with the Wisconsin State Crime Lab, also testified she was able to match footprints on two tarps of interest, in the case to a pair of Chandler Halderson's shoes.
First thing that I'm going to compare is when we're looking at this, we're going to look at the outsole design, and that's going to be your general overall pattern that's on the bottom of the shoe. So we'll be looking at, and you can see pretty clearly that the pattern at the bottom of the shoe is similar.
During cross-examination, Halderson's defense team noted the crime lab would have no way of knowing how or when the fingerprint or shoe prints would have been made. You can see today's testimony and the full coverage of the trial on our website, channel3000.com.
Brady, thank you. The trial for former Badger football player charged with killing 2 women in early 2020 is now being delayed until late summer. Marcus Randall L. and his attorneys appeared in Rock County Court via Zoom today for what was originally planned to be a pretrial hearing. The trial was expected to start in early February, but now all parties have agreed on a start date of August 8th. Randall L. charged with 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide and 2 weapons-related charges. 3 people are dead, 2 unaccounted for after a fire at a Kenosha apartment complex for seniors. Firefighters were called to the Saxony Manor around 9:30 last night. There they found the building fully engulfed. Crews were able to rescue 2 people trapped on the upper level using ladder trucks. There are 2 people unaccounted for, but the fire chief does not believe they are in the burned-out apartment. A source of the fire has not been announced. A Wisconsin-based project of ending clergy abuse is delivering thousands of pages of secret abuse-related church documents to Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Call. Those documents were obtained from church whistleblowers across the state. They contain a wide variety of things, including personnel files, meeting minutes in which church leaders discuss tactics and strategies to evade prosecution and transfer credibly accused clergy to new parishes.
We know that time is of the essence. That's why we need to get these to him. It's been, like I said, almost a year since he opened his investigation, and it's important that he uses all the time he has in this term to be able to look through this.
The documents contain material concerning all 5 Wisconsin dioceses and several state religious orders. Representative Jim Steineke, the majority leader in the state assembly, says he will not seek re-election. In a statement today, the Republican leader said that it's time for someone new to take over. Steineke first elected to the assembly back in 2010, representing the 5th Assembly District. In 2010, he was elected assistant majority leader, then majority leader in 2014. The former Outagamie County board member indicated that he will return to the private sector at the end of his term. Wisconsin Republican lawmakers introducing a package of legislation that would tighten eligibility for unemployment benefits and also Medicaid coverage. Republicans said the bills are designed to get more people into the workforce and address what they maintain is a crippling labor shortage in the state. The sweeping package would require audits of recipients, work searches, and a state audit of attempts to prevent fraud. The bills would also shrink the length of time people can receive unemployment benefits as the unemployment rate drops, and also prohibit automatic renewal of Medicaid benefits.
The workforce shortage is extremely real and dire. This has been coming for a long, long time. Perhaps 20 years ago, before I was ever thinking about running for office, I would hear about nursing shortages. Well, yeah, it'll sort of take care of itself. Well, we're here to put the pieces together.
The bills would strip Medicaid benefits from able-bodied, childless adults who refuse a job offer and deny unemployment benefits to people who refuse job interviews or don't show up. The Republicans plan on voting for these bills before the end of February. Still more ahead on News 3 Now at 6, including the rapidly spreading Omicron variant and what Dr. Jeff Potoff from UW Health is saying about it. Plus, celebrating 6 decades of service, how a new display from the Peace Corps is showing its work throughout the world. Stay with us.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast, News 3 Now at 6.
How much money have you wasted trying to find the right shade of foundation to match your skin tone? You end up with so many unused bottles, yet you can't bear to throw them out. Now there's Color Beauty self-adjusting foundation, which means you'll never search for the perfect shade again.
It's really difficult for me to find a good tone foundation. I usually purchase about 3 or 4 and sometimes mix them. Color Beauty is a game changer in finding the right foundation. You put it on your skin and it transforms into your own skin tone.
The Color Beauty foundation is so simple to put on. My skin looks great and it just looks awesome.
The key to the innovative Color Beauty formula is tiny color beads that release and blend to perfectly match your skin tone as you apply it. The foundation is white when it comes out of the bottle, but when I begin to apply it, it adjusts to blend perfectly with the color of my skin.
My biggest problem area is my cheeks right here. Color Beauty feels really light on my skin, and I can tell now that it is pretty full coverage, so it looks like I don't have too much foundation on, but it is covering all my acne scars like I was saying before. I actually really love it. It's weightless and it's full coverage, and also it literally just matches my skin as soon as I put it on. It's no work. I've never experienced a foundation like this.
Color Beauty only comes in 2 colors, light and medium. If you have fair skin or you burn easily, go with the light. If you have darker skin, go with the medium. Plus, with an SPF of 50, they're getting the highest level of sun protection in a lightweight formula. And best of all is Color Beauty's exclusive special. Order this New Year's and get 40% off. That means you'll get the color adjusting foundation, the skin smoothing primer, and the fan favorite lash enhancer for thicker, longer looking lashes at 40% off. Plus, get free shipping. Visit color40.com or call the number on your screen.
The Omicron variant now accounts for nearly all U.S. COVID-19 infections. According to the CDC, it has caused 99.5% of new cases in the past week. The Delta variant makes up the remaining 0.5%. Omicron has spread quickly across the U.S. At the beginning of December, it accounted for fewer than 1% of cases, but jumped to 89% by the end of that month. Meanwhile, there could be a light at the end of this pandemic tunnel. Reports from New York and Washington say COVID cases in those areas appear to be dropping. Earlier today on News 3 Now at 4, Dr. Jeff Potoff from UW Health says while data points over there are optimistic, Wisconsin may have to be a little more patient.
I think here locally, it's a little bit too early to say if we're at peak or coming off peak. But I think over the next week, boy, I'd love to come talk with you guys next week and say, hey, look, we've come down the peak. It looks like we're on our way down. That would be great news.
During the interview, Dr. Potoff also addressed the issue of getting COVID tests, saying the sheer amount that labs are seeing right now is creating a backlog. The Peace Corps is celebrating 60 years of service, and now you can see a display showing everything it has accomplished all around the world. That display located in the state capitol rotunda. It's free, open to the public to the end of the month. Each picture has a plaque to explain that is going on, written by the original photographer. On Saturday, volunteers will be there to talk about the images and what the Peace Corps means to them.
Showing people that America is a very diverse place and that we are here for all kinds of reasons, but primarily to work with them. And we have a wide variety of people, of colors of people, of types of people. I mean, and everybody is welcome.
Since 1961, more than 240,000 volunteers have served 142 countries worldwide. For the last 4 years, UW-Madison has been #1 in the nation in the number of Peace Corps volunteers from a large university. They're also #2 all-time since 1961. 2 of the big wireless companies reducing the reach of their 5G rollout as airlines continue to voice their concerns about interference. Coming up, how the White House is trying to help out and reach a middle ground between the 2 industries, and what kind of impact we can expect right here in Madison. Plus, we could see some bone-chilling winds by the end of the week. We'll break it all down for you in the complete forecast next.
Celebrated as best of the year across the country, the New York Times calls it a timely show that has become a sensation and a wildfire, something every citizen must see. What the Constitution means to me. Tickets at overture.org.
Menards is your plumbing and bathroom headquarters. Give your bathroom the remodel it deserves with tubs and showers from Delta. They feature a high-gloss pro-acrylic finish. Save big money on Delta products. Finish off your bathroom with new bath fans by Delta Breeze. Strong performance mixed with quiet operation. This energy-efficient bath fan is the perfect choice. Grab a Delta Breeze bath fan and save big money today, right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Warm up with great deals during Steinhaffel's winter sale. Get store-wide savings of 35 to 50% off the largest selection of in-stock furniture and mattresses. Steinhaffel's has something for every style and every budget at the guaranteed lowest prices. So get in, warm up, and save. You'll find great deals throughout the entire store during the winter sale at Steinhaffel's. Relax, it's Steinhaffel's and Steinhaffels.com.
Your eyes, beautiful on the outside, but if you have diabetes, there can be some not so pretty stuff going on inside. It's true, with diabetic retinopathy, excess sugar can damage blood vessels, causing vision loss or even blindness. So remember this, now is the time to get your eyes checked. Eye care is important to your long-term diabetes management. See a path forward with actions and treatments that may help your eyes and protect against vision loss. Visit nowic.com and take control of your sight.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
See the boundary-breaking play that breathes new life into our Constitution and imagines how it will shape the next generation of Americans. Direct from Broadway, don't miss the 2019 Tony-nominated Best Play, What the Constitution Means to Me. Tickets at overture.org.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
And welcome back. We reported last week about issues with the upcoming launch of new 5G technology. Airlines concerned about interference. Well, AT&T and Verizon announced today they'll hold off tomorrow's launch within 2 miles of airports. It has been delayed before because of that possible interference with radar altimeters on airplanes that pilots use to land in low visibility. The wireless carriers say the fears are unfounded, that there hasn't been an issue in other countries. The White House says it is negotiating a solution.
We're committed to reaching a solution around 5G deployment that maintains the highest level of safety while minimizing disruptions to passenger travel, cargo operations, and our economic recovery.
The Department of Transportation and the industry is asking the cellular industry to say, give us some time to find out if this is a problem at all. It may not be.
Several international carriers say they will cancel flights in the U.S. starting tomorrow due to that uncertainty. It won't impact flights into Madison, but 5G is set to launch tomorrow in all destinations out of Madison except Fort Myers. We could be in for some dangerous wind chills by the end of the week. Dana is back with a complete forecast.
It is going to get cold outside for us by the end of the week. You have probably noticed this cold trend we've been in for the last few weeks, and also this dry trend. In fact, we're a little bit behind average for our snowfall so far for this season. This winter, we've picked up about 8.8 inches, just shy of 9 inches for us. Usually by this time, we're closer to about 23 inches of accumulation. Last year, we were just shy of 20 inches of accumulation, so just a little bit below average last year. Significantly below average for us right now. Over a foot of snow difference there. So not a lot of snow on the ground right now. Today, of course, we saw a little bit of melting with high temperatures in the middle 30s. Over the next several days, though, not concerned about any more melting coming through, as we are going to be in for a colder trend. Anything on the ground certainly is going to stay there. We might see a few flurries this evening. I think most of the area should stay dry, but we have a few flurries north of Dane County right now that could drift a little further south. An alert day in the forecast for Thursday due to some bitterly cold temperatures expected in the morning, throughout the afternoon, and yet again Thursday night heading into Friday. A few more chances for flurries expected for this weekend, but not really enough to make up that snow deficit that we're in right now for this season. Our Doppler track has been generally quiet. We have a mostly cloudy sky currently. Again, some flurries to the north. Could see a few flurries, possibly even some drizzle in spots moving into southern Wisconsin. Otherwise, temperatures falling quite quickly for us overnight. Our breeze shifts directions right now, coming from the southwest. By tomorrow morning, coming in from the northwest. That's going to help cool things down throughout the day on Wednesday. Temperatures will be in the mid to low teens early in the morning, and that's the high temperature for the day. In the afternoon, we're going to hold pretty steady or start to fall into the single digits through Wednesday afternoon. Overnight Wednesday into Thursday, we're below zero with wind chills in the 10 to 25 below zero range early Thursday morning. Afternoon high temperatures in the single digits, but it's still going to feel like we're below zero when we factor in that wind chill for us. So for Thursday, an alert day in the forecast. If you are outside, make sure you're bundled up. When we see wind chills in the 10 to 25 below range, at that point, we're starting to get right on the line where it could be quite dangerous to be outside with any exposed skin for a long period of time. As we start to look towards the end of January, our 6 to 10 day and our 8 to 14 day outlook, very likely that we're going to see temperatures below average in southern Wisconsin, and that lines up with what our 10 day is bringing in for next week. 15 the high for tomorrow, partly sunny skies, still a bit breezy outside though, wind speeds in the 10 to 20 mile per hour range. Thursday, Fire Alert Day due to the cold temperatures and wind chill staying below 0 through the afternoon. On Friday, we'll be in the teens for afternoon highs. Sunday is our warm day for the weekend. We're in the low 20s for afternoon highs, or Saturday, excuse me, the warm day in the low 20s. Saturday, temperatures will stay below freezing, bringing in a small flurry chance for the first half of the weekend. On Sunday, in the low teens, a chance for snow to start off next week. Otherwise, a cool trend expected next week. A mostly dry trend also with that chance of snow on Monday. Really the only opportunity to see any accumulation through that 10-day.
It'll be cold this weekend at Lambeau, and as the Packers get ready for their game against the 49ers, fans from across the country will be making their way to Lambeau Field this week, some of whom will be flying in style. Nick Harrington has more.
A luxurious way to travel, eliminating most of the stress that comes with flying commercial. An option some will be exploring leading up to this weekend.
We've seen upwards of 100 planes in a single day.
Jet Air Operations Manager Dylan Massey is referring to private planes flying into Austin Straubel Airport. But ever since COVID, those numbers have been down.
This year it's picked up. I'd say probably, close to 50%. We haven't seen the total volume that we normally would still.
Massey is expecting between 60 to 80 private planes will fly into the area for Saturday's game. He says some feel more comfortable chartering a plane.
People maybe don't have the level of money to own a plane, but they kind of evaluate and they're like, well, I'd rather fly my family in a safer fashion. So it's actually picked up quite a bit as far as charter traffic goes.
CEO for Discover Green Bay, Brad Toll, spoke to us on Sunday about what the playoffs do for the area's local economy, saying private jets like this one coming into the area provide a boost.
They're all being fueled here at our airport. They're all being serviced. They're being catered, and they're not typically catering chips and salsa. Those are some pretty nice amenities that are loaded onto the aircraft.
And that's good news for Jet Air, as planes from the West Coast will need fuel for their trip back.
Coming from San Francisco, a lot of that traffic, you sell more fuel when they're coming from California than when they're coming from Minneapolis or Detroit.
Saying even if it doesn't look like a lot is going on outside of the hangar, it will be full of jets this weekend.
And coming up in sports, the border battle returns to the ice this weekend, while the Badger women can't wait to drop the puck on their biggest rival. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of PowerSwabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to PowerSwabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. PowerSwabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, PowerSwabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
So this New Year's, if you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes or an hour, and start using the PowerSwabs 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. PowerSwabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean, and people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This new year, order Power Swabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. Get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
A coding and STEM learning center right here on the 608 is helping virtual students stay engaged and motivated. Josh Breiter takes you inside the program.
And we are getting cold. We're talking about those brutal wind chills tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
Winning the North, making the playoffs, even getting to the NFC Championship game, that's expected in Green Bay. And after last season's ending, it feels like it's Super Bowl or bust for the Packers. That comes with pressure, but Aaron Rodgers isn't feeling it as Saturday's game inches closer.
This is a special opportunity. We're not going to make it bigger than it is. We've gotten this far being level-headed and even-keeled and not riding a roller coaster of emotions, and we're going to keep on doing the same thing. So if it was good enough to get us this far, it's good enough to get us past this point. So I'm excited about our opportunity.
The weekend is a big one for the Wisconsin women's hockey team for 2 reasons. Number one, for the first time since January 2nd, they'll face off against an opponent in a series. But number two, it's border battle week again. The rivalry gets renewed Friday and Saturday in Minneapolis when the 2 top 5 teams drop the puck. And being a part of another chapter in the Badger Gopher hockey history is pretty cool for this group.
I love that the programs have this rivalry. It's one of the best things about Wisconsin hockey. So just being part of the border battle is awesome. It's such an honor, and yeah, every time you get to play the Gophers, it's gonna be a great day.
Both of the teams are just top 5 in the country, and it's always a battle. You always know that Minnesota is gonna bring their 100% like best out like every single game. So ever since I've been here, the border battle is something you look forward to.
The Wisconsin men's hockey team is coming off a weekend sweep of Michigan State where they put up 8 goals in 2 games. It was their first conference sweep of the season, and now UW is turning its attention to Penn State, the last place team in the Big Ten. But to Tony Granato, first place or last, he knows the Nittany Lions will be ready to go on Friday night.
Penn State in their building is a great team. I don't care what the record is. They know who they're playing. They know in the standings what this weekend will mean for them. They need to jumpstart their season. This is going to be their signature weekend. So this opponent doesn't get easier because they're behind us in the standings. This opponent probably is tougher than the last 2 opponents in different ways.
And fresh off their dual win over Minnesota on Sunday, Wisconsin is climbing up the polls. The Badgers jumped up 2 spots to number 8 in the country. They're one of 5 Big Ten teams ranked in the top 10. UW returns to the mat Friday night when they'll host Nebraska at 7 o'clock at the Fieldhouse. Dana?
It's going to be a little cold on Friday for us. For tomorrow, temperatures falling through the day. We'll actually see the mid to low teens pretty early in the morning. By the afternoon, we're in the single digits close to 10 with wind chills below 0, and we fall below 0 Wednesday night into Thursday. So Thursday, an alert day, and due to how cold it's going to be early in the day, and wind chills staying below 0 through the afternoon. For Friday, in the teens for afternoon highs. Flurry chances for us on Saturday with temperatures heading into the start of next week, and the teens for afternoon highs and overnight lows staying pretty close to 0 for us. So at that point, we're about 10 to 15 degrees below average to start off next week, and that cold trend sticks with us all the way towards the end of the month.
All right, Dana, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6. Enjoy your evening, and we will be back here tonight at 10.